let's just call it what it really is called, which is the medical meditation for habituation. It's the medical meditation for habituation because these paranormal haunting thoughts, these old ways of being, old versions of ourselves, these latching onto old stories, old pain, old things, or things out there, or whatever externally, putting power or putting power into external anything or internal anything, are just simply habits. So the greatest thing that this meditation does, aside from, addiction, but people have addiction to pain. People have addiction to their misery. People have a real addiction to their misery and negativity. People have addiction to their sickness. People have addiction to their ailments, mental, physical, otherwise. Okay. People have addiction to their hatred. People have addiction to, all kinds of things that certainly don't interest me. Okay. But sometimes there's a thing you want to move past, move beyond. And you're not necessarily focused when you do this meditation. You're not focused on necessarily the thing. You just do the meditation. And the thing about this meditation and all our meditations is really you just let the things fall away, and you notice that things do fall away. But this is if you feel like there's something, a story that you're latched onto, a haunting, if you will, a horror movie you keep replaying, this is one of the best things you could do for yourself. Okay. And it only takes 3 minutes a day, and you could do it longer, but it only takes 3 minutes. Let's do 3 minutes of it. So part of what this meditation is doing, it's going into the place in the brain where habits start. Okay. So we talk about in here that every sequence has a consequence. Okay. Meaning just the thing always, like, it starts off as a thought, as a seed, and the thing's always going to play out. Okay. It's just going to play out. Okay. So the thought happens. Again, this is like how reality works. The thought happens, and then like there's always going to be an unraveling of it, if you will. So this goes into the space where like the thoughts begin, and it rearranges them so that you don't keep having the same, ultimately you don't have that same draw. It doesn't have this, it's like not like a sparkly shine. So it's like you have a thought, and then no longer is it this sparkly shiny thing that you must. So that's like the mental intrigue, the habit, the thing. It's like you could think about it, you can see it, but you're not going to be like moved to act unconsciously. So even if it's like having you see something online and you just like rage out immediately, and you just like have to post a negative comment. It's just the things I see out in the world. So the addiction meditation, or even if it's just something like you actually have like a literal addiction to, whether it's a food or a drug or smoking or something, or maybe you're just like addicted to looking at your phone every second, or maybe you're just addicted to thinking negatively about everything. Whatever the thing is, what it does is it just really removes the draw. It really just removes the need, the desire, the need, the uncontrollable need to like take that action that doesn't serve you anymore. Like you just lose interest. And again, when you don't give something your interest and attention, it cannot continue to survive in your life. I mean, there's plenty of stories of like people doing addiction meditation, and like they quit smoking, they quit drugs, they quit drinking, they quit, change their eating habits, it changed, their negativity. I mean, personally, it's like I went into addiction meditation years ago and I wasn't trying to stop doing anything, but like any sort of, in the arena of maybe like alcohol, cigs, whatever it was, like it all just sort of like the desire for the things that didn't serve me and my joy and like my happiness, ways of thinking, ways of being keep on falling away and have fallen away, and distant memory.